For this week's Kuala Lumpur adventure, the Conditional Movement Control order has allowed some of the main malls to open up. So we thought we would take you downtown.
This week we're going to show you Kuala Lumpur's iconic landmark, the Petronas Towers.
Come with us to the base of KLCC, Kuala Lumpur City Centre, and we will show you the towers up close. The Petronas Towers are 88 stories tall and were the world's tallest buildings from 1998 till 2004, when they were surpassed by a tower in Taipei. An iconic landmark, you can see them from anywhere in town. To get there, we hopped in the car for the short trip downtown. So one of the neat things about driving in KL has been to learn how to drive on the opposite side of the road from North America. It's really not been that hard. I found it's actually been pretty easy to adjust to driving on the right-hand side of the car. Just when you get in the car and you get behind the wheel, it makes your brain realize you're doing something different. Obviously, left-hand turns and right-hand turns have been the interesting things to learn how to navigate, but by and large, it's really been pretty easy. I think the bigger adjustment has just been to driving in a big city with a lot more traffic, and clearly understanding the unique role that the motorcyclists have in KL. They kind of have right of way, and they are allowed to lane split, so they can go either direction. So you just need to be very cognizant when changing lanes to signal and to pay special attention in case there's a motorcyclist on either side of you. One of the things that we've enjoyed about Kuala Lumpur is that even on the highways and main thoroughfares, they do a really nice job of landscaping. And so you can see here, even as we drive on a main highway, there's very pretty landscaping on the sides. And even in the midst of a big city, I just have found that to be very neat, the way it's maintained, and the quality of the landscaping is really neat. We're just turning off Jalan Ampang onto Jalan P. Ramlee, and we're heading into the Petronas Towers area. We're going to go to the KLCC underground parking. One of the neat things that we've had to learn is all the underground parking. So much of Kuala Lumpur are malls, and a lot of the facilities are actually available in these underground parking lots. So things like car washes, that's all done here in the underground. The other thing that is very important to have in Kuala Lumpur is a touch and go card. This is how we pay for parking. And it's also for toll booths, so important to have this card. At the base of the Petronas Towers is the Suria KLCC shopping center. It is 1.5 million square feet of upmarket retail. It spans 5 stories high and is filled with a lot of luxury goods and high street labels. So we love to come here to visit, not so much to shop. Here you can see the view of Symphony Lake, which is behind the Petronas Towers and is the entry to a 15-acre beautiful park. Got our masks with us. Show them our masks, Janine. So when we're in public, we're wearing our masks. But for now, we're able to enjoy the park here at KLCC. So behind us, there's the beautiful banyan trees. And right over here, as we spin around, you can see lovely palm trees here at the park. And there you can see we are here with the famous Petronas Towers. One of the major landmarks of Kuala Lumpur are the beautiful Twin Towers. And any resemblance to famous movie stars that have played James Bond on TV is purely accidental. One of the things that you'll often see when you come to KLCC is people selling these adapters for your cell phone. And so what they allow you to do, since the towers are so picturesque but such a tall angle, these little adapters will fit on top of your cell phone, and they'll allow you to take a picture that gives you a wide angle look. So you just place them over the camera portion of your phone like that, and then you'll be able to take the picture. Here's a picture with the wide-angle lens on, and then I spun it around and took a selfie with it as well, putting it on the other side of the camera. And here's a picture of that wide-angle selfie. So that little adapter will allow you to take a picture. Now there's another trick that I've learned that you can do as well. If you have a camera that has the panoramic feature, you can go to panoramic and you can start a picture like this. Move on up and you'll be able to get the full towers in the picture. No matter what method you use to photograph the towers, you can't help but be fascinated and captivated by their tremendous architectural appearance and style. At 88 stories tall, as I mentioned, they were the tallest buildings in the world for several years after their construction, and they remain the tallest twin towers in the world. The towers feature a double-decker sky bridge that connect the two towers on the 41st and 42nd floors, which is the highest two-story bridge in the world. It's not attached to the main structure, but is instead designed to slide in and out of the towers to prevent it from breaking, as the towers sway several feet in towards and away from each other during high winds. The bridge also provides structural support to the towers in these occasions of wind. As you can see, when we've been lucky enough to have guests visit us in Kuala Lumpur, we've made a point to bring them to the Petronas Towers. In the evening, the water fountains on Symphony Lake provide a beautiful display choreographed to music. Obviously, with the movement control order, I'm sharing with you some pictures from last year when we did have the chance to go up to the observation deck. These views are from the 41st floor in the Sky Bridge. You can see the front reflecting pool, and here's a view of Symphony Lake and the KLCC Park. It's been a wonderful privilege to get to share with guests and family when they visited us, to take them up to the Petronas Towers. You first spend time at the Sky Bridge on the 41st floor, and then you're taken all the way up to the top of the 86th floor of Tower 2. To create the appearance of a multifaceted diamond sparkling in the sun, the Twin Towers are clad with 83,500 square meters of stainless steel extrusions and 55,000 square meters of laminated glass. It was great to get out with the Conditional Movement Control order and get the chance to head back to KLCC and see the towers up close again. We hope you enjoyed this chance to visit the towers and to see them. Truly one of Kuala Lumpur's very unique landmarks. On the way home, of course, we encountered rain a little bit, and that's also one of Kuala Lumpur's landmarks quite occasionally. And when it rains here in Kuala Lumpur, it comes down pretty hard. Well, thank you for joining us on this trip to see the Petronas Towers. Join us again next week for a new episode of The Wards in KL. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe. Please give us your comments on places you've explored around Kuala Lumpur.